Welcome everyone to the main journey, a way for you to join me on a learning journey through life. My name is Samuel Main, and today we have the incredible Nikos. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hello. How are we all doing?
Glad that you're here, man. Glad that you are here. Again, apologies. I was running late today, so I'm sorry for that. Running around.
Right. I had an extra coffee, it's all good, mate.
I think we need more caffeine.
Well, here's the thing. For the last 2 days, my coffee capsules have run out. And I had to wake up at 6 o'clock today for a leg day, and I was like, fuck that shit. Yeah, I needed a coffee, mate, because I'm dead.
It's never good. You ever go on the coffee detox and you just get the headaches?
No, fuck that shit. Okay. Who needs a coffee detox?
Just don't ever go on the detox.
Look, after being on a gym floor for so many years, it's like every 3 hours you need a brand new coffee. Otherwise, you're just gonna flop. So
it's great. More blood, more coffee in the blood. That's where I'd love to start, Nikos, is throwing it back to I think it was 2011 for you when you first became a personal trainer.
Yeah,
on the gym floor, putting in the hours, the split shifts, I'm sure. But I also know you went through your own health and fitness journey or transformation roughly at the same time. Which one kind of came first?
Not at the same time. So obviously being Greek, well, partial Greek, well, people call me Double G because it's half Greek, half Geordie, right? So
hell of a combination.
So growing up in Greece, the military is necessary. So it's something you have to do. So when the time came for the military, I think it was 2007 or 2009. Oh, so long ago. I was 20 years old, right? And I was overweight then. So in my teens, I really struggled, when it came to like meeting girls or at school. I was like that chubby kid, I had two sets of friends. I had the cool guys that used to be on like fucking motorbikes and all the shit. And I had the guys that are like geeks, and I tended to kind of like joining the geeks. I'd love a bit of like LAN parties, pizza, fucking beers, and that's it. So over time, though, growing up in Greece and holiday destinations and having a restaurant and working in bars, I was like self-confidence and self-esteem was pretty fucking crap back then. So I had to work on my body, and I started training when I was 17 years old, and I all went to the next level when I went to the military. So that was like 3 years after that.
Was that the trigger?
What do you mean?
Was that the trigger for you to start losing weight, or did that happen before you?
The trigger for me trying to losing weight is, as I said, just I just wanted to be liked from girls.
Okay.
It was like being a bartender or having my own restaurant, like my parents' family restaurant, and it's just like being in Greece and all these holiday makers coming over, and you want to impress the girls, don't you? So, so when you're a bit flabby on a beach area, it's not nice. But I even had that feeling bad about myself at that young age, which isn't obviously great. So I started the gym at 17. When I went in the military, that's when I took it to the next level. But by 22, 23, I'd lost all my weight, shredded. I was in the position I wanted to be with my body. Obviously, as you get older, it's not all about the fucking six pack. We know that. But back then, that's what got everything going.
Yeah. And for those that are just listening to the audio, I'm a straight guy, but Nikos is tall, dark, handsome, and shredded. So you should probably watch the video instead.
Yeah, stop it. You're making me blush.
I like it. So how long was you actually working then on the gym floor?
So gym floor's been 2011 all the way up to a year before COVID.
Okay. And that is when you started that transition then of moving online?
So online was something I've been trying to do with lots of trial and error since 2015. Yeah. I remember sitting down on my office trying to write this fucking ebook. I started back then. It's called The Ultimate Fat Loss Handbook. That's why I was naming it, right? And funny story, obviously, when you start now online, you're trying to do what everybody else is doing. You see you've got all the popular guys having ebooks, but then you don't realize that They've got ebooks, but they've also got like 2 million followers,
Yeah.
which is great. When you've got like a low ticket product, but you've got loads of fucking eyes drop on your content, something that doesn't work for people that are like starting from scratch. So I started with an ebook. That ebook became a membership site. But 2015, we were having our first baby. So Olivia, she's like 7 now in the next couple of weeks. So I remember I was sitting in my office and my wife came in and she's like, I'm pregnant. I was like, fuck off. The first thing I thought was like, instead of going, wow, amazing, so good, I was thinking, what am I going to do with my online business now? I won't have time. You know, because I was already like doing like 5 o'clock in the morning, man.
Yeah.
Like waking up at 5, being in the gym for like 6, first class. You know what it's like? You got your 6, 7, 8 session. People go to work. Then you've got that silly hour where you train, you take a piss with your mates, or you want to eat some fucking fast food, you drink a coffee, like 10 till 11, 10 to 12. And then you've got your lunchtime clients. And then you've got that dead gap again, like 3 to 4 or 3 to 5. And then you've got the evening clients. I used to get home at like 10 o'clock.
Yep.
So 2015, I was like, I'm going online. Then we get pregnant. So everything was like on a slow burner. But I was really trying from 2015, constantly by myself, lots of trial and error up till like late 2018, beginning 2019. And that's where, beginning of 2019, I invested into the first people to start learning what I need to be doing online. You know?
That's wild. It's so interesting. Obviously, I've been very fortunate now. I've spoken to quite a few people, and fit pros, and the amount of people that just look back and, you know, detest those split shifts. And that's quite often one of those leading reasons why they're like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I can't keep it up.
Yeah, man. But you see, it depends how you start and what gym and what's your personality. Like for me, being in Greece and growing up in a restaurant environment with a lot of competition, lots of restaurants, and working since I was like 11 years old in my restaurant, I remember my dad telling me, get on the door and get people in.
Yeah, knocking.
Right. So I was literally cold DMing people on the streets, you know, which is not nice, you know, because it's like door-to-door sales, right? And we would have like 500 people walking through the village every night. I would get 50 people in. But before I get one yes, I would get 10 no's.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been building my mindset and my tolerance. Yeah, exactly. With it's going to be a no, but I'll try anyway. You know? So when the yes comes, it fucking feels good. So I remember the first day I walked in the gym when I moved over. So kind of my wife kind of stole me away from Greece. Okay. My wife came to Greece with her mom on a holiday. This was 2000. Fuck me, we're going like crazy stories now. But we went, this is 2000. Fuck, I hope she's not listening to this and I get the fucking dates wrong.
Will be.
2010, we met. 2010. We've been together 12 years. Yeah. So 2010, we met. And yeah, we had a long distance relationship, 2 years. And then I moved to the UK. So when I moved over, I was like, I said to my wife, what the fuck should I do? Like bartending? She was like, no, you're not going to work in a bar with other women there. You know? So I was like, all right, what should I do? She's like, well, you like training, you've got a good body. Why you not become a personal trainer? I'm like, personal trainer? I said, do people pay for that stuff? That was my mindset.
Is that not
because
common in Greece?
In Greece, no, not back then.
I didn't know
not
that.
as much.
Yeah.
Not back then. So I came to London. I said to my dad and my mum, like, look, I'm selling everything. I had a Mini Cooper, fucking Vespa. I had a Yamaha 500. You know, you want to cruise in Greece, you know, it's nice. So I had to sell everything. I came to the UK with fuck all money. I probably had like $4,000.
Yeah.
That was it. And I used it for my PT course.
Yeah.
It's like an 8-week course. Okay. Done that. I'm on the gym floor. And here's one thing a lot of new PTs don't get. Once you get your level 2, level 3, it's like just having your fucking driver license. Doesn't mean you know how to fucking drive.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to sell. You don't know how to talk to people. But thank God I had that experience from the restaurant. Mm-hmm. You know, so my first day on the gym floor, you're walking around, my new Fitness First top, my name badge, personal trainer at the back, you know. So I'm walking around and people can see this, fucking new PT, no eye contact. They're like, fuck off. I don't want to talk to you, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I was like, first day, go back home. I call my mom and dad. And this is me, if I can be like a big baby. I was like, I can't do this. What have I done? Shit in my pants. Next day I go in, and old school, back in the days, Fitness First have got like a profile board with all the PTs, qualifications.
Yes, quite a lot of people still have that. They still have it.
Now it's all apps. And if you it's the backhander leads you get, if you're not in a system and you're not in a good books with people, you don't get nothing. But back in the days, it was more like on the board. So on my board, I've got like my qualifications, ex-military, ex-paratrooper, special forces, Green Beret, all blah, 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 blah. You have to put it down, right? Great CV.
Oh, absolutely.
And I can see a guy like looking at my stuff. I was like, shit, it's a lead. You know? So I went up to him. I remember I've got this black and white picture on a fucking profile. I look like proper artistic, you know? So I go up to him, have a chat, and that was it. It was my first sign up. It was a transformation package back then in 2011 for 1,600 quid.
There you go.
Man, and it was cash. I went back home and I put the money on the bed, and I was looking at the money going, fuck me. I was like, what have I just fucking done? You know?
Incredible.
And it was amazing. And that was like, obviously a little bit of self-belief that just got in me, you know? And you were saying, sorry about the PTs are doing all the split shifts and everything. And it's hard, man, because if you don't have this skill of not just training people and coaching, like back then, you just have to remember as well, I've never changed anybody's body.
Yeah.
I only changed mine.
Yeah, very different.
It was only my success story. I had no experience or credibility or social proof that I can actually do it.
Yeah.
So you doubt yourself, like just anything new you do in your life when you haven't put the reps in, you know? So it was hard in the beginning, but I knew I was good with people.
Yeah.
And I knew that I'm a chameleon when it comes to like, you know, adapting to different people's behaviors and the way they talk and everything, you know? So that's how the sales part helped me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, my first year in London working, my wife couldn't believe like the amount of clients I had, because you kind of get greedy with the money you can get as a personal trainer. Yeah. You're like, fuck, here's another session. And, you know, I remember the first years I started 45 quid an hour. Mm-hmm. And after years of time, I was charging 80, 90 quid an hour, you know? But yeah, my wife couldn't believe, my wife being a barrister couldn't believe like the amount of cash I made my first year in London when she had to study for so many years, where I just came in and just did it. Done. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm really interested. You mentioned that first transformation session that you sold, £1,600. Did you set that pricing? Did you have any guidance? Or was that almost like you plucking a number out of the sky?
No, that was like basically going, cool. So the transformation session is 4 sessions a week. Or was it 3 sessions a week for 12 weeks?
Yeah.
You know, and each session is like 40 quid.
Yeah.
So it was obviously the old school tactic of I'm going to charge based on my hour, you know, per session, which is obviously anybody listening to this and you're brand new on PT, don't fucking charge that way. We know this. Yeah. No. Because you become that commodity in the gym and it's just not what you're looking for.
And you also attach your self-worth to that amount as well, which is not that's a difficult process to get away from. So when you look back to that time, is there anything you'd change? Or is there, you know, if you were to go back to, let's say, that first day on the gym floor, what would you do if you started fresh with the knowledge you now have?
Oh, fucking hell. I'd probably hire PTs in there to do the work for me. But what I would do is I would network much better. Because obviously doing the online stuff now, it makes so much sense the way you can grow your network and get more eyes on your things, like get people to understand what is it you do. I would network better. Instead of doing one-to-one sessions, I would do semi-private sessions and getting more people on the same session to like obviously increase sales, because you kind of capped on a gym floor. Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't sell as an hourly rate. I would sell as a result, as a solution, as a result-based, you know, committing. Yeah, offer, exactly. So that's a few things I would do, but also I would set targets based on KPIs. So I would be able to reverse engineer my business and my performance much better. So also I would try and do better. One thing I didn't like, I wasn't the type of guy that was like trying to be all good with the sales department.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the way the whole
The actual sales
infrastructure.
process.
Yeah, not the sales process. I love the sales part of things, but like the lead gen system in the gym.
Okay.
Right. People are coming in, like Fitness First got like, and so many other gyms have got so many members come in. They never tap the card in to come in. People buy memberships and never fucking show up. So you need to call in, bring them in, offer them a free session, all that kind of stuff. So I was the type of guy that I wouldn't get those leads. So I had to fucking walk the floor, which is harder.
The memories.
So walking the floor is literally like showing up every day on social media and putting your face out there, walking the floor, showing yourself, building relationships, and trying to nurture your people. So that's exactly what I had to do. So your question when it comes to what I would do differently is I would try and have a better relationship with the people in the back office. I would probably train the salespeople for free.
Yeah.
I would look after them and I would buy them drinks now and again because that would mean good business for me, but it's stuff. Yeah, but that's stuff you learn over time. But I didn't want to be that guy where, if I build my business because of what I've been doing and there's been a scenario where they've helped, I don't want them to turn around like, yeah, but you did that because of me. No, I did it because I've put the hours in here. And for the first, I remember when I walked in, so I was based in Fitness First Cottons, London Bridge. Okay, it's a big gym, gym, 5,000 members. Okay. And one of the tips I heard online was, I can't remember who it was from, was like, you want to go in the gym with loads of people, loads of trainers, because it means the ratio PT to member is massive, which is good. Not cool. Okay. So I went to a big gym. I went up to people. I was like, who's doing the most sessions in here? And the guy that was doing the most sessions is my best man now. Okay. James. And he was doing 25 sessions. I was like, cool, 25 sessions. Okay. 25 sessions a week. I was like, okay. So in 3 months' time, being in the gym floor from 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock p.m., 9 p.m., I remember doing 40 sessions a week in my first 3 months being a PT.
Yep.
And then the max, I could max it out to 55 sessions. But that was it. So if I could go back and train 2-3 people per session rather one, and have a different structure and have a different way of like, the scariest thing for a personal trainer is recurring revenue.
Yeah.
It's like the fear of, this client is like on his 9th session out of the 10 of my package. What do I do to sign him up again for next month? Or what do I say? Or how do I resell them back into it? And that was the worst thing, you know? So over time, I was just working on this not tactic, but it was just a way for me to go. So like a couple of sessions before the package ended, we just do a few more body measurements, set new goals, talk about what we're going to be doing next. And then be like, how does that sound? Yeah, cool. Awesome. So your next 2 sessions are running out in the next 2 weeks. Are you happy for me to keep rolling on the same payment? Yeah. So that would happen. But again, you need to use the tonality, the body language, the right words, and people just agree, they nod, and it's fine.
It takes time to learn those skills.
So like it wasn't like that in the beginning. Yeah. And I'd lose so many clients, but then I've got clients, I've had them for like 10 years now. I still look after people, Oh,
that's so good. So good. So obviously for you, not instant success, but you put in the work, you was able to develop an in-person, clientele. Working on developing your online, what was the actual big move to fully online like for you?
So I was ready mentally and obviously with the knowledge and people I've invested into to learn stuff.
Yeah.
To go fully online before COVID.
Yeah.
So before COVID, I was like, because obviously the cash was coming in from the in-person, it was so good just to go, fuck you, goodbye. Or, you wanted to bring people from your in-person business onto your online coaching program, but you were just worried that some would say no, or it would be cheaper, or it wouldn't be the same. And because you haven't done the online stuff as much, I was trying from 2015, I did a few bits, I did a few things. Like I go and see it, I look at my Strava account and it was like 2015 is like 2016 is like 2-3K online. I was like, fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Because it's from like ebooks and shit like that. And it's like
Sure that you can look back though.
One-off sessions. But you know, you fast forward now, you're like, fucking hell, man, what's happened? You know? So 2015 till 2018, 19, I was just doing stuff by myself. It wasn't great. But 2019, all the way up to like 2021 and 2022 now, early this year, it's been like phenomenal, you know? But that's because I burnt the bridge of the in-person, which made me work harder in my online fitness business.
Yeah. And you know? Just tell the audience again what that business was for you.
So my coaching offer, my services, specifically working with busy dads, family people that have struggled with stress, low self-esteem, constantly not having the structure to get themselves in the right, you know, health and fitness position they wanted to be in, but really also helping them with their confidence, their sex drive, being there for their partner, and obviously the painkiller. We'll talk about the painkiller and the vitamin, if we want to say so. The painkiller was people were like, I just want to lose weight, I want to look good, but the vitamin was like you having this emotional, mental, physical transformation that you're never going to have to invest in any other program or fucking health club, etc., because we will teach you how to do this, putting the right habits in place.
Yeah. Do you have a story of one of your clients and their transformation that they went through that really sticks out for you?
Oh man, there's so many. And I still look after, like, even now transitioning into the B2B world, and we can talk about that in a bit, but I still look after my fitness clients. You know, I've got 30 guys I look after. In my one-to-one hybrid group coaching program at the moment, which is my inner circle. It's called the Fit That Pro movement, you know. And there's so many guys in there. They're just all so different, man. Everybody's got their own story. You know, I've got guys in there that I've helped, like, stopping themselves committing suicide. So, you know, helping them with
you ever needed motivation,
alcohol addiction, drugs. You know, and that's because also a person that has really helped me with the way I coach is Rich, because he's big with mindset, you know, and I changed my way as well when I was coaching my people, which opened them up, you know. So the most powerful thing for my fitness business and, you know, my online coaching program is my community. Like with our communities, people like are nothing. They need to feel like they exist, they're part of something, they share the same values with other people. And if anything, if you create those powerful communities, your business will always like be really, really powerful.
Yeah. And it's just so much more enjoyable then too. You know, the whole intention of this podcast is to learn about other people's journeys and their story. And combining those in that community is so powerful.
Yeah, because here's the thing: people like vulnerability, right? It's a strength, and just like Superman has kryptonite, and that's for people to like resonate with him as being human. Because if he didn't have kryptonite and he was just Superman, people were like, "Oh, fuck off, man!" Do you know what I mean? He's this fucking invincible dude. Like, I can't imagine being you, you know. But when you have that story, say again.
Some days,
yeah, but you know, you're like, when you see somebody's gone through the actual pain you're feeling, you're like, you know what? I can actually fucking feel this, dude.
Yeah, 100%. So you started to lean into it. You started to transition, not completely away from your fitness business, but into your new online business with the man himself, Mr. Rich Wellington.
Yeah.
When did you know that you needed to change direction?
Yeah, so obviously over the last 3-4 years, man, you know, looking into lots of different business resources, courses, coaches, mentors, and learn a lot of things about marketing. This is the thing, like when you're an in-person PT, you're on a gym floor, man, people are there, they know why they're there, it's so easy. It's like a lifestyle job. Like, you work to be fit and healthy, to fucking look good, and you just like train people. You have a chat, you know, you talk, you gossip, you get results. Obviously, you don't want people coming into for a rent buddy. You're in there for fucking results, you know. And it's so easy to like grow a business in the gym. For me, it was okay. When you go online, it's like, fuck me, man. Where do I start? Like
It's
I've
so
got
much
so
different.
many, I've got so many skills. I can actually help you, but I can't reach you. I can't talk to you. You can't trust me.
Yep.
I can't give you a complimentary session because we're not on the gym floor. How the fuck do I warm you up?
It's so different.
It's so different. But the click in my head was, what if you could take that concept and the skills and just translate it into simple steps and do that online?
Yep.
You know, and this is why over time I had to obviously be the ads guy, the funnels guy, the organic, the lead gen, the fucking automations, the websites, the copywriter, the videographer, everything. You just have to do everything.
The above.
So you have to learn, and over time you learn that stuff you don't like doing. Like for me, copy. Don't fucking really like copy. You just give it to other people.
Yep. Oh, that's what I do.
That's it. Exactly. So because but I like editing. I'm more visual, but you love copy. So this is how we are a little bit, So over time, you're just gonna go, you know what? I was enjoying tweaking the cogs of the business in the back end and looking at KPIs, looking at the numbers, reverse engineering, going, okay, this is what I need to do with these numbers. Okay, I know why I'm not getting enough traction here. Let me test split this. And I was loving the testing, the automations.
It becomes a game.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just because you can predict the business this way, especially if you're running ads. Let's be honest. Organic is great. Paid is also good. Everybody's got different approaches, but with paid advertising, you can just be a little bit more specific and predictable with your business. That's all it is, and faster.
Fuel to the fire.
Exactly. So over time, I think the last 6 months of 2021, I was like, I'm done talking about fucking calories and six pack, and I had no drive about content.
Yeah.
And I was finding myself in the DMs talking with other personal trainers and fit pros asking me, what do I need to do here? I was like, yeah, man, do this. I would drop people 10-minute, 15-minute voice notes telling them what to do. And I enjoyed it. I was like, so happy. I was like, I was able to help somebody, And over time, I was just thinking, I was like, even in my last few sales, in January, bringing people into my fitness program, I was like, yeah, like it happened. And I was like, cool, I'm going to transform this person's life. But I was like, now I have to fucking do programs and, and this and that. And I'm like, I just want to talk about lead gen and fucking automations and ads. Do you know what I mean? And this is when it felt for me to go like, you know what, I just need to change what I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's just a natural progression because this way it's like I've been in fitness for fucking since 2011, man.
Long time.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'll never say that I fucking know everything, and I don't. We learn something new every single day. From the time we start saying we're experts on something, we stop learning.
Yeah.
So I'll always learn, and I always find out more stuff about other fit pros I know, and I'm like, cool. How's this working for you? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's great, but my passion isn't as much in fitness anymore. Yeah. It's more in, if I change like hundreds of people's lives over the years, probably thousands with my challenges and my free group and, different other promotions I've done. What if I can help even that 10 times if I help 10 coaches a year?
Yeah. The impact goes up significantly.
Yeah. And what I'm seeing a lot in the industry now that I'm talking to way more personal trainers and fit pros.
Hit me.
Man, you're either going to have personal trainers or entrepreneurs. Personal trainers don't see the business side of things. Yeah. It's so hard.
It's completely different. It's
crazy, man.
I see a lot of personal trainers that just accumulate more and more qualifications, and I think that they align. The more qualifications they have, the more clients they're going to have, and it's so far away from the truth. For some people, yes, that's important, but for the majority, it's like they need to learn the fundamentals of the marketing, the sales, how to consistently deliver programs.
Yeah, not like somebody asked me today, like, "Hey man," like I was having this conversation with somebody in the DMs, He's like, "Hey, look, I've got this website. Do you mind me checking it out?" Like straight away when he said website, I was like, fuck, because you don't need website these days. Let's fucking be honest, okay? But the guy sent me a thing over. I had a look, and it was all about him. And I'm like, it's not about you. I'll try and be polite. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You know, like, yes, people buy from people, and that's going to come through your content, you know, but people only care about what you've got to offer them, how they're going to benefit by being in your world. And that's all they care about. Once you understand how that works for that specific person with a specific problem, you go back on the drawing boards after market research and you've done your work and create a unique solution for that person. And you're able to like talk about that in your content. And that's when people go like, I actually fucking like this dude.
Love it.
Because he's inside my head, you know?
Yeah. It's super interesting. You mentioned about you lost that energy, let's say, for the fitness industry. My transition was slightly different. Was I got to the point where I could almost coach with my eyes shut. So then it wasn't that I lost the passion. It was just that I lost it being a challenge. So I was like, okay, I knew that then I needed to challenge myself and do something else.
Yes.
So that was when I then stepped into business coaching and took many, many years to learn and even get to where I am, and was in the trenches for a long time. Obviously, you've now made that transition into coaching personal trainers, helping them with their business with Mr. Rich Valentin. I know that you guys worked behind the scenes an incredible amount before you even launched, before you even got things going. What was that process like for you? Was you eager to get going, or was you like, no, I want to get this perfect? Because it was a few months that you guys were just
like I think to be honest, we squeezed a lot of stuff in for like 60 days to get things rolling, you know, but that's good because you can't always expect things to be perfect. And, you know, you need to be the torpedo. You need to be able to get the feedback, you know, and reassess and move again. So there's no point just waiting for that perfection and that great moment to happen just so you can launch something that's never going to happen. The way I was seeing it is saying to Rich, yeah, man, let's just get it done as quick as possible. Because I said to him, I want to go out and do a live stream and talk about fucking, you know,
I imagine you would
client acquisition and fucking lead gen and this and that. I didn't want to go out and go, so the 5 steps for a healthier, blah, 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 you know. And I'm not saying like I've lost my passion with fitness. Still, I want to be the fittest as possible for my family, myself, for my clients, even fit pros coming in. I don't want to sit there. I don't want them to think I'm this fucking lazy fuck, not looking after myself, because this is one of the non-negotiables you want to have as a business person. You know, the respect of your own body, 100%. Your mind, and all of that stuff. So, you know, it's something I'll never stop doing for myself. And I still have clients that I look after and love, and I will still put 100% in to deliver a service. Otherwise, I wouldn't service them.
Carry on.
You know, but as you said earlier, it's the challenge.
Yeah.
It's, you know, man, I'd go to bed before I launched with Rich. I'd go to bed before I told the world what I was doing. You know, I was going to bed, I was lying down and I couldn't sleep for like an hour. And I was thinking about, in my head, I was role playing the content I would talk about.
That's when you know, right?
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, and I'll say this and I'll say that, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it starts and it's nice, man. But just like anything, when you start out, it's slow and it's okay. You know, because it's that natural transition, and it's good for it to be slow because there's a lot of things to learn as you go.
Yeah, it's so much to learn, and you only learn once you actually then make that decision and start the ball.
Yeah, man. And you know what? It's hard because there's always that imposter syndrome. You know, like there's like, fuck, am I good enough for this? If and, you know, other people are doing it, they're making so much money, they've got all this social proof, these Stripe accounts, blah 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 blah.
The screenshots.
Yeah, you know, and to be fair, look, screenshots of money when you're a business coach, I get it. It's the tangibility. It's like a before and after when you're a fit pro. Okay, but I understand how that puts people off.
Yeah,
as well. Like I it's, people going out and going, yo, you're going to do 10K in the next 90 days, this, and this. Man, fuck off. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because, and this is my fear, when I'm messaging people, I'm talking to people, and I've had a few people like,
they want it tomorrow,
have a negative response, another fucking business coach, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I totally get it because, right, let's dive into this, because these days people cold message you in such a shitty fucking way, and without even knowing anything about you or understanding where you're coming from, what you struggle with, they'll just give you this fucking copy and paste pitch.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Are you interested? I'm like, and I still get them. I still get them from a lot of people.
So many.
And I'll go like this. Oh, hello. How's your weekend been? And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? And this is the shit that's been happening over the years. Mm-hmm. That's just put people off in such a bad way.
Yep.
And in all of these programs, and this because you've been part of these things as well.
Yep.
Promise the world to fit pros, going, you're going to be able to quit your job, do this amount of money in the next 90 days, blah, 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 blah. And people join the program because they've seen lots of testimonials. And look, let's be honest, even every fit pro has their amazing testimonials and transformations that they constantly use to bring new people in.
Repeat.
Same for fit pro business owners, like mentors, right? Same snapshots, same fucking testimonials, quick wins, etc., etc. People are hungry and desperate. They look at that shit and go, I want a piece of that fucking shit.
Absolutely.
But they come in and they have no idea how fucking hard it is, specifically when in the last few years, you have a lot of fit pros jump on the online world without in-person experience. That's the worst thing you can fucking do.
Competition has gone up,
loads. But it's harder when you've got no in-person experience.
The vital skills needed.
If you haven't done like hands-on stuff with clients, how the fuck are you going to coach them online?
Yeah.
It's hard. So people join these programs and they think they're going to make this money so fast. And when they don't do them, they're like, blame themselves.
Yeah.
Or they'll go like, they're hard on themselves.
Yeah.
And this is because people are actually doing that money in 90 days are probably in the DMs all day long. They've got no families. They're messaging fucking so many people a day, like door to door. Okay. And a lot of people are not built for that.
A personal favorite of mine is when, it's their fourth mentor that they've gone through. And then they do that transformation in 90 days. And that fourth mentor is all of a sudden like the golden mentor. They don't realize they've up-leveled and skilled and, built an audience and gone through all those processes. But it's really interesting because for me and all of the guys that I work alongside, now it's like I set the expectation so low because I'm like, hey, if you want 10K in 30 days, I can get you there, but you're not going to enjoy it. I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm like, I want to help you build a business that's going to consistently do 10K plus for the next 5 years. If that's interesting,
No, that's it. That's it. Because I had somebody on a call yesterday and I'm like, I literally like, and this is how I talk to people as well, because I want to be super honest. And Rich is the same, And I'm like, look, it's like a quick 10-minute chat to see if I can really help them. Okay. As we call it, triage in the industry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, look, I'll be fucking honest with you. You've got no audience.
Yep. You've
got no experience with in person. It's not going to be fucking easy. I'm not going to sell you the dream.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to understand the market you want to help, the specific problem you want to solve, how you're going to lay out your content, how you're going to speak. You've got no camera presentation experience. That's going to take a while. So let's set some fucking expectations. So I'm not going to sell you the dream here. Am I going to hold your hand? Yes. Am I going to keep you consistent? Make sure you fucking show up? Yes. But can I babysit you? No. And I did a post a few days back and I was talking the one single fucking problem fit pros and personal trainers have. The reason is they can't keep a consistent income for like 3, 5K, 7K, 10K plus, whatever they want to do. It's not the systems. It's not the processes. It's not the automations, the funnels, all of that shit. It's because they don't trust the process. Yeah. Choose what, like, there's so many ways to make it work. Just choose one. Stop hopping from keto to paleo to intermittent fasting and then going and blaming your coach that it's not working. Well, you didn't fucking stay consistent, did you?
Yeah. Yeah. And
that's it.
It's so important. It's so important. That expectations piece you mentioned there, and like setting the scene from the start. Because I think especially nowadays with social, you see obviously the health and fitness transformations, these unbelievable transformations that these guys have been going through. You don't even know what they're doing to get that.
Yeah.
Plus then you see the business transformations where it is, like you say, 0 to 10K, 0 to 40K, seen all these. And it's like, yes, it's possible, but you don't know anything about what that person has done beforehand to get there.
Or what's happening in the backgrounds, what's happening in their life. They might have an extra 5 hours from you because you're like a family person. You've got kids. You're not sleeping in the night. You've got a second job. And this person comes in, is in early 20s. They live with their mum in the fucking bedroom, and all they do all day long is message people. Of course, they're going to fucking make money. Do you know what I mean?
One of my favorites now is actually to challenge it when someone wants to earn more money. I'm all for earning more money. I think it allows you the freedom. It allows you then to be able to serve and help more people. But a lot of people set just an arbitrary number because they've seen someone else doing it. Yeah. So they're like, okay, I want to hit 40K. Okay, but why? Why 40K? Why not 80? Why not 120? Why not 20K? And they can't justify it because it's just based on, this target someone else has set.
The common answer is, I just want to do 10K months.
Yeah.
And I say that because I remember I used to say that.
Yeah.
And when I did start hitting my first 10K months, I was like, am I happier? No. It's like,
anything changed?
Nothing fucking changed. Yeah. And I was like, then I did 12 and 15K months. I was like, am I happier? No. Like, what's this thing about 10K months? If anything, and as well, if you haven't got the systems in place and you're focusing so much from the front end to bring people in, and then you're fucking off the fulfillment, or when you're focusing on the fulfillment, then you're fucking off the front end of the pipeline, you're like, whoa, where am I? And this is where you're all over the place. And you're like, this is why you need to leverage things and have things in place where you haven't got one piece ruining the other part of the business. But and I see this a lot. I see people doing 100K months, 200K months, like big fuckers doing $1 million a month, and they're saying, I'm just ready to retire. Like, I didn't want to do this. They're so fucking burnt, So really, you have to dive deep into the whys. And when Fit Pros ask the clients, why do you want to have a six-pack, man? Why? Oh, because Pete down the street's got one. No, but why is it important to you? Because you might fucking hate your body and your nutrition and your everything, your mood, but you'll have a six-pack. Is that going to fucking change anything?
Not the answer.
Exactly. Same with cash. Cash is great, but the way I see cash is just oxygen for the business.
Yep.
Like for me, doing what I do, like love doing this, is because I feel fulfilled. Mm-hmm. Like when you feel like you could do something for free for the rest of your life, that's when you're doing something you love doing.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you can get great results for people, you want to value yourself and be able to help and change somebody's life.
That was one of the biggest things for me of starting this podcast. Was I wanted to enjoy that journey of me building the business, the multiple businesses, and actually just sharing and documenting that path, and having that vulnerability with it, but going through the ups and the downs. And I mentioned to you at the start before we actually hit record, was that I wanted to get to a place where I just enjoyed creating content again. Yeah. And I wanted to connect with the amazing people that I had around me that I'd lost touch with just because everyone's working so hard, everyone's doing so much. So I was like, that was why the main journey, I wanted to come on, I want to learn about your journey, what you've been doing, what things are going on in your life. And it's so easy to get distracted and just focusing so much on money. And, I think it's part of that process. It's part of that process. We need those minimums, of course. We got to put food on the table, pay the bills. But if you're chasing it so much that you're losing.
The problem is, though,
losing more.
The problem is we focus and we spend so much energy on the stuff we don't have.
Yeah.
rather on the things we do have.
Yeah.
And we fucking don't appreciate life.
Yeah.
And the years just go like that. And the reason, I'll tell you the reason why I wanted to go online is because the first 3 years, my daughter was born, 2015, 2018, when I was trying to go online, I was like bits and bobs coming in monthly. And then I was like, I had to be in the gym as well. I didn't see my daughter.
Yeah.
At all. No bedtime for me, not seeing her waking up, having a breakfast, or, you know, I had to work on the weekends as well because I was trying to build the online business. Yeah. I was like sitting on my computer, pretending to work, just building stuff. I remember I fucking built a program without even knowing if anybody wanted it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like the shit you do in the beginning, you know? So I was like, fuck this shit. I want to be able to like work from home, see the kids, train it whatever time I want, you know, go out whatever time I want, not needing to be somewhere, you know?
Freedom.
And exactly. And that's the important part because I get to see the kids for bath time, bedtime. I could cook dinner for them. We could sit and eat all together as a family, you know, take them to school run in the morning, stuff I wasn't able to do.
Yeah, that's that journey.
And that's the tangibility. So, you know, when I'm talking to people now about them getting that freedom and having that impact, I'm not like, oh, imagine if you could do 10K months. Like, no, but like, imagine how fucking awesome would it be if you had some structure with your work at home because you run a business online and you're able to spend more time with your family. For me, that is a much bigger win than going, oh yeah, we'll get you to 10K months. No. Do you know what I mean? Like money, yeah, money is good. It's obviously the metric that makes you understand if the business is fucking growing and doing well, but it's not about, it's not everything.
Love that. So I've got a couple of questions for you. Obviously, you've gone through this process of building your business and this transition. What challenges are you now looking to overcome with that business? Has there been anything that's come up?
The new business?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not challenges in the way of like, it's just fresh. It's like from scratch. Like people don't know me as a fitness business mentor. Yeah. You know, the people know Rich. And a lot of people that know that me and Rich have done work together in the past. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But that's cool because together as a duo, like fucking like Ant and Dec of the fitness world. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like the other day we're doing it live. He thinks he's The Rock and I'm Kevin Hart. I'm like, fuck you. But we're very different. We're very different in the business side of things.
Yeah.
So now we've like partnered up and, you know, Rich used to be Team Rich and he's obviously been with Elaine doing stuff. His other half for years together. Now it's all four of us. So it's me, Rich, Elaine, and my wife, Crystal. So we're all together into this. But obviously the front house is me and Rich. And the different things we've got in terms of skills, like Rich is very powerful with mindset, communication, sales. For me, it's more like the tech, the structure, the automations, you know, the lead gen, putting systems in place so you can stay focused. Yeah, exactly. So we've both got these different skills that we also push each other, but also we're able to help more people and in different ways, and also you know, improve the speed of them getting to where they want to get. Yeah. The challenges are, it's just building an audience, Matt. You know, the challenges are the challenges I know that were going to happen because this is what happened when I started out with my online business. But it's nice to be a baby. It's nice to do mistakes. It's nice. Like, you know, I've never been the person, never's not the right word in terms of scarcity with money.
Okay.
You know, I've never
naturally abundant.
There's like, I grew up in Greece. My parents are hard workers. I've been working since 11, 12 years old. You know, I'd rather, back in the days when I had to say a choice to go to uni or work, I was working because I had money in my pocket. All my mates were like, yeah, fuck off, go to uni, man. I'm just going to make some money. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And even now, like me and my wife's running like a nursery business, you know, and that's something that's, you know, child minded and nurseries is like, fuck online coaching, man. I'm just going to go into the nursery. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's a great business model.
Love it.
you know. And my wife, after years of being a barrister, just had the breakthrough, going like, I don't fucking like what I'm doing. Going
Yeah. Gotta
calls
make the
and
change.
yeah, going into London, trolley, you know, and coming back not seeing the kids. So she wanted to spend more time with the kids. So our first home, she was like, babe, I really want us to like,
I remember you building that.
I really want us to ruin a house and build an nursery. I was like, are you fucking mental? But we were very driven, both of us, in terms of
Yeah,
business. So I've
100%.
always supported her and she's always supported me. So when I used to say to her, look, I've got this 10 grand mentor I want to invest in, is that all right? She'd be like, yeah, do it. If that's what we have to do, do it. And I think that's what's made us grow quick and
Yep.
go. And now we've got like a second property and we're working on a third one in Greece.
Oh,
And you know, it's good, man.
awesome.
It's good.
So good. It's really interesting. Obviously, that mastermind event that I came to just to present for Rich, it was inevitable that you were going to become a partner or move into.
What do you mean?
I just knew you wanted to be up, standing up and presenting. So
Yeah.
that from that moment, I was like, yeah, it won't be long. It won't be long at all. And then here we are. Here we are today. So it's great to see, dude. I got two questions for you.
Yeah, go for it.
The first one, obviously just started the new business. Where do you want to take this? What's your intentions with Rich? Where would you want the business to be in 3 to 5 years?
I had a good chat about this, man, with Rich. And Rich, I think, it was last year you got a bit poorly and he had this,
Yeah.
He came to the conclusion that he might not always be there to help his people one-to-one. And, Rich is very hands-on with his people. He's that emotional, big, cuddly bear. He really looks after people. And he's very loving.
Yeah.
And this is what
Very
really
much
got
so.
me close to Rich, and we were having this discussion. He was like, look, I need to I've been doing one-to-one for years. I need to create this course where people can just jump on if I'm not there to learn.
Yeah.
So this was like the heavy lifting part of us building stuff in the beginning when we were getting together. And just a month ago, we sat down, we're like, let's think about this fucking offer, man. Do we want to be selling this course for whatever, 3-5K to people? We reverse engineer the numbers. We were what was it we want to do? 50K months, 100K months? How do we do it? Let's reverse engineer everything. Marketing campaigns, paid ads, organic. What is it we need to do? And we were like, yeah, on paper, it's all good. Right. But then talking to people, one thing that is missing in the fucking industry is that one-to-one element of coming together, masterminding, coming to people's houses, looking after people one-to-one, looking after them one-to-one. So many people invest into these mentors and they'll join a program and chuck them in a fucking Facebook group, some videos, and that's it. And we did not want to do the same thing, So basically, we're doing what Rich has been doing, in addition, where I'm there now as Rich's oppo and he's my oppo. And you know what an oppo is, right?
The opposite, I'm just going to assume.
And so an oppo is a military.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah, so a lot of people might know this, listen, if they haven't been in the military, but an oppo is basically your partner at war.
Yeah.
So you always double up with a person in the military and you become fucking brothers.
Yeah.
You support each other. You cover each other's asses, So that's what Rich and I are for each other, So we are looking after people one-to-one. Fulfillment wise, I've said to Rich, look, I don't want to do this by myself. He doesn't want to do it by himself. Let's get together and do this together because it's lonely at the top. You want to be doing it with somebody else, it's nice. And it's a family business because obviously we've got the ladies in as well. And this is how we want to look after our people coming in. Brilliant. We want people to come in and go, fitness sales systems. Yes, the family guys that look after their people one-to-one. And we sit down, we do masterminds or we jump on calls together and we really dive into people's businesses in a bespoke, tailored way. So, we'll help fitness professionals that are still on the gym floor and they want to grow. We'll help fitness professionals that want to transition online, but we'll also help online fitness professionals that are making 5-10K at the moment, 15K at the moment, and want to go further. We don't have per se a specific offer for one person.
Yeah.
Okay. Our offer would be helping fitness professionals have a profitable business, either as online or in person, but we wouldn't work based on numbers. Like, yeah, let's just bring loads of people in. We'd work more on quality.
Love that. Love that approach. And I obviously been fortunate enough to be into one of those masterminds. I know how much you guys look after your clients. So I'm just excited to see where that's going to grow over the next couple of years. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be incredible what you guys develop. So I'm excited for that. I do have a question I ask every guest that comes in. And this one I'm actually really intrigued to hear your answer. So the actual question is, what advice would your future self give you in this current moment? I'll read it again. What advice would your future self give you in this current moment?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because you don't know the future.
It's like, what are you not doing? In a way, it's like, what's confronting right now?
It's being okay with being at the beginning again.
Yeah.
It's being okay being at the beginning. It's being okay being a first timer, being a virgin. It's okay being being able to stay consistent on things, even though when your brain says no.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Back in the trenches.
And look, and I'll be super honest, man. Like, everybody's teaching the same things.
Yeah.
It's just the same stuff, different shit, same shit, different smell, whatever you want to call it. But the difference is how you deliver that, how you connect with your people and the relationships you're going to build.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the most important thing. The systems, the tactics, all of that shit is the same. It's the same stuff. So the only thing that matters is the fulfillment side of things. Are we happy with what we're doing right now? Okay. And to understand that, you know, in order to have growth, you need to have stress plus rest. You know, so stress plus rest equals growth. So you just need to know when to fucking put the foot on the pedal and when to put it off the pedal, you know, and just enjoy what you're fucking doing, you know, and just be consistent with it. Just show up, even when you don't want to show up. That's the whole point of fucking discipline, you know?
I like that advice, buddy. I like the advice. So Nikos, all of the links for people to stalk your profile, see the new business, everything is going to be down below. But I'm going to hazard a guess that you guys have got some content, some challenges, or some webinars, masterclasses coming up. What's the best way for the guys to connect with you and to learn more about what you do?
Awesome, I appreciate it. So, Slee, we have our Facebook group, which is our private support group for personal trainers, online fit pros, people in the fitness industry that are looking to like take their business to the next level, you know, whatever that means for each person.
Yeah.
But in that Facebook group, we do weekly trainings. Okay. And it's all based on our 3E method, which is the methodology we use inside our one-to-one mentorship. And it's basically broken down into 3 pillars, which is pillar number 1, which is engage. It's got to do all about attraction and how to get people interested in your stuff, you know, understanding exactly who you help, how you help them, create a unique mechanism, all the juicy shit when you're starting out as a brand new fit pro, especially online, you know. The second pillar we dive deep into weekly is enlighten, which is the nurturing and the indoctrination part of your business, you know, why and how to build know, like, and trust, because people buy from people at the very end, you know. And the third part is enroll, which is showing people how you actually get people to enroll into your programs. Like, what does the sales process looks like? You know, what does it look like in terms of onboarding people and all that kind of stuff? So we really dive deep into those 3 pillars inside our Facebook group. There's loads of Q&As, but we look after our members like it's our family shop. So
love that.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I just want to express my gratitude for you coming on the show, because I appreciate how busy you are right now as well in these growing stages. And also, I just want to say again, I am very excited for what you guys are creating and for what you're doing. Having spent a lot of time with yourself and with Rich over the last couple of years, I know that you'll create something amazing, and I'm excited to see what that is.
Thanks, man. Really, really appreciate it. It's been fucking awesome. And maybe in the next 2 years, we'll do another one coming along and going like, yeah, this is what happens. You know, it's awesome.
Cannot wait. It'll be sooner than that. It'll be sooner than that. Thanks again, Nikos.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot.